Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wild Card with Big Dave here on Walker Talks Radio for our weekly update. So, there are a couple things that we're going to talk about in the hobby tonight, but the first is something that is very important to collectors, dealers, shop owners, and everyone else. And it's really a big topic that is out there right now, and that is that Panini seemingly produced or overproduced or somehow through a packing error at their new printer, sent out cases of optic football that had anywhere between 25 to 50 downtown inserts. Now, for those of you that are tuning in for the first time or maybe new to the hobby, a downtown insert is supposed to be one per case, meaning that a case of cards might be 8 boxes. So out of all 8 boxes, you will just get one downtown card. There are other things, and all these are called case hits. And a case hit is a card that only comes out one per case. An example that I have with me, some people are calling it a case hit. I'm not sure exactly how rare they are. I got this one secondhand through a friend of mine, but this is a Topps Chrome Garrett Cole. You'll notice in the background there is a big Yankees symbol. And I think this is called the light board or the scoreboard. And that's just a display of what the Yankees put up on their big screen. So if you opened up a case of Topps Chrome, you would only get one or two cards like that. So the problem, as I was talking about, is that Panini released cases of something called first off the line, which means they're the first boxes that are going to go out to the general public. Well, these cases, as I said, one person hit 25 downtowns, another person hit over like 40, close to 50. And it didn't just happen once or twice, it happened in several cases. And so the first thing that we started talking about was they weren't just the regular downtown. They were the gold vinyl one of ones, the black Pandora downtown numbered to 25, other variations numbered to 10, numbered to 5. And so all of these cards are now out on the open market. They've been pulled. They're not going to exist in what comes afterwards. So the question was, how did this happen? And so Panini put out a statement that said, we're using a new printer. The printer made a mistake and the collation was off. And that's why you're seeing all of the downtowns in these certain cases. But don't worry, it will not affect cases that are produced after this. But a conversation between myself and several others was that can't possibly be true. Panini is 100% lying about this right now. If one of ones were put into those boxes, that means that they're not available in the rest of the print run. If the Black Pandoras numbered to 25 were in those cases, let's say Patrick Mahomes had 7 out of the 25 put into these first cases, that means for all the optic that they produce, there's only another 18. So it definitely affects what's going on with purchasing Panini Optic 2024 football. Either they produced way more downtowns than they have in the past, or they're simply not telling everyone the truth about what's going on. And that's really my worry, is that Panini has a track record of not being completely forthcoming when things are different or strange or aren't quite the way that they should be. So with this, you probably have, if I'm guessing, you have 1,500 to 2,000 downtowns that were put into that first off the line run. So if that's true, it can't be true that it does not affect the rest of the boxes that will come out unless Panini ups the production. But if they up the production, then they're not as rare. They won't carry the same value. So, like I said, my problem was the statement from Panini was it was a mistake. It's been fixed. Don't worry. Everything moving forward is normal. And you're still going to find X, Y, and Z in these cases. But as I said, it can't be true because there were so many that came out at first that you can't fix it on the back end. So my fear is people are paying top dollar for these inserts. Downtowns can range anywhere from the very lowest 200, top end tens of thousands of dollars if graded like a PSA Gem Mint 10. If you're investing in this year's, you don't know if it is truly as short printed as previous years. So you just have to watch out. Just trying to tell everybody this so that you understand what you're looking for. Downtowns are some of the most popular inserts in the hobby right now. They are going for top dollar, and you have to pay that top dollar to get the player that you want. So I just think that maybe my personal feeling is I'm holding off on purchasing any downtowns until I see more of what happens as the rest of the production run finishes up. They ship out the boxes, they ship out the retail blasters, they ship out everything else. I just want to see how many of them are on the market before I personally go and try to find my favorite players, my favorite teams, things like that. So I know some of you are thinking to yourself, every time I tune in, like there's something going wrong in the hobby. Well, I hate to say this, but most of the time it's Panini. And, that's kind of sketchy on their behalf. And especially with them losing their licensing for most sports to Fanatics and Tops, I don't trust a lot of what they say right now. On another pretty awesome debut, which is owned by Fanatics, obviously, unveiled their 2024 Topps Chrome basketball. So Topps Chrome basketball, after Topps lost their license, hasn't been around in quite some time. So it's going to be unlicensed because right now Topps only has a deal with the NBA Players Association. And so they can use the name, likeness, everything like that. It just can't have like Lakers or Spurs across the jersey. However, they have Victor Wembanyama autographs, and that is the major chase that's going to be what everybody's looking for. As a matter of fact, there is a $1 million bounty on the Victor Wembanyama Super Refractor 101. It was put out by the Breaker and Collector, and he is offering straight up $1 million. Like you pull that card, he's handing over $1 million. Good luck to everybody. If you ordered or you are going to open that Topps Chrome basketball, I wish you the best of luck. I hope that you hit the Wembanyama Superfractor and hit the lottery. Now, with that being said, interesting part was Topps put pre-sale boxes on their website, and the website crashed for over an hour. I was trying to get on and purchase boxes. I would hit add to cart. It would add it to the cart. I would try to go to the cart and I would get like a 504 error. So the entire site crashed for a good hour and 10 minutes. I was finally able to get on and purchase 3 boxes. So my 3 boxes are going to Florida. My buddy in Florida who's opened up has opened up the shop, the Emporium down in Gulf Breeze, Florida. I told him about the release. They tried to get online, continued having trouble, and then by the time they got online to the Topps website, it was sold out. So I'm selling my boxes to the guys at the Emporium so that they'll have Topps Grown basketball right off the kick, right as soon as it comes out. So as soon as it comes to me, I'll ship it down to them. So they'll have that. Talk to the fellas down there on how people are responding to the different products from Topps. They said it's selling pretty well. Right now, I have another couple that I'll show you. If you open Topps Chrome, they have something called the MVP buyback. So I purchased 2 of the Aaron Judge base. For the base buyback, I think you get $20 a piece and credit at the whatever local baseball card shop you stop at. So I picked up 2 of those for like $5 a piece. I'm taking the risk just because I think Judge is the AL MVP. So I've got those. I've got $10 in them if he wins MVP. I have $40 in store credit. I'll go take my sons to the shop and let them buy some Topps products and open them while we're there. So yeah, like I said, pretty exciting news. Topps Pro basketball back should be shipped out here within the next month, and it'll be hitting shelves soon. So take a look around for it. One of the other things I wanted to talk about was I'm getting away from some of the newer game used or player worn jerseys. Let me tell you, there is a difference. Player worn just means that there's somebody like they're a professional athlete. They put on a shirt like this for 2 seconds, take it off, throw it on the ground, put on a jersey, take it off, put on another jersey, take it off, put on a hat, put on some gloves, put on other things, put on some shoes. And so then companies like Panini, Topps, other people, other companies, they'll put that piece of jersey. I've got one somewhere around here. Who knows? Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, but they basically put a piece of jersey on the card, and on the back it says this piece of jersey, player worn jersey, is not designated to any particular event or game. So most of the time, it's a jersey that the player touched for 15 seconds, and I've just gotten tired of jerseys and jersey pieces that you pull off of a rack somewhere like Hibbett's or Academy Sports or Dick's Sporting Goods or wherever, and, pay whatever wholesale prices for a jersey. You toss it to the athlete, they put it on for 10 seconds, take it off, throw it in a bucket. Yeah, it's just gotten frustrating, and the difference in value between player worn and game used is significant. Like player worn's up here, you can't see it on the camera, but I'm holding my hand way down. The player worn just doesn't go for as much. So here recently, I started thinking like, what do I want to collect, and how do I want it to display what I like having in my collection? And those are game used pieces. So I worked a deal with a buddy of mine from Texas. He was able to find some of my favorite teams, favorite players. Pretty cool. So the first one was Bruce Sutter, and it's just a nice little 2-color patch, but it is game worn. Like he wore this in a game for the Cubbies. I'm a huge Cubs fan. I know that some of you will think that I'm crazy, but that's all right. Billy Williams, Cubs outfielder, game worn jersey from Upper Deck. So this was actually, he wore it in a game. I love cards like this. Nice patches, it shows some age to it. I love that. And the last one that I picked up from him was an old Ultimate Collection. No, I'm sorry. This one was SP Game Use, and it's a Don Sutton Game Use patch. And really, really cool, man. It's just got a nice, rugged piece of patch in there. They only made 20 of them. I think I may have given 40, maybe $50 for all three. And it didn't matter. Like, I may have overpaid, I may have way underpaid. Like, I didn't really want to look them up. He showed me the pictures. I love patch cards like this that actually have game worn materials on them. So I bought all of those. Um, in an interesting pickup, now that we're moving on from the game used jerseys and how much I like them, this was a card that I picked up because it's got talking points to it, is what I'll say. So this is a Bruce Jenner Olympics autograph from Leaf. I think it was Legends of Sport, signed Bruce Jenner. It is numbered on the back to 10, but as some of you know, Bruce is now not Bruce and doesn't sign Bruce Jenner anymore. So from Olympic decathlete, one of maybe the most famous athletes in U.S. Olympic history is now Caitlyn Jenner and signs things in that name. So I just thought it was a piece to pick up. Um, it's a lot more rare now that she doesn't sign Bruce Jenner. So I just thought it was really interesting. Pick that up. Um, I'll have it sold probably in no time. Some of the other stuff picked up recently. I think I talked about my Red Skeleton autograph. Been picking up Hall of Fame autographs. Frank Robinson, number to 50. I picked up. So this was one of the neat ones, and I loved it because they're on card, meaning the marker and the signature is on the card and not on some kind of a sticker. Two of the best, uh, relief pitchers ever and Cy Young Award winners. It's going to be Eckersley and Eric Gagne. I like that it's on card. I think it's a beautiful card. Pick that up just to have in the collection. A couple of other things. I may have shown you all this one before, but I always thought that this guy was one of the funniest people to watch on TV or in movies. Absolutely loved him in Bad Santa. I thought he was drop dead hilarious, but Bernie Mac. I bought one of the Bernie Mac autographs, number to 25, that he did a while back for Panini. So that was just one that I wanted because I wanted it. One of the better comedians, of my young adulthood. And so, yeah, that's what I've been picking up lately. Really interesting stuff. Picked up, like I said, a couple of graded cards. Nothing really huge. Listed a couple things on eBay that did well. Purchased, once again, my buddy in Texas. I couldn't find a lot of information about this except for that it was produced by Upper Deck, only sold in Japan, I believe. But that is an Ichiro kind of extended rookie card when he was still playing in Japan. Back in the day, number to 2,500 actually meant something. So yeah, I picked up the Ichiro kind of pre-rookie card. Really cool, really awesome. Just wanted to have it. And my buddy, his name is Chad. Chad, if you're watching, thank you a bunch for all the deals that you sell to me and the photos and things that you send over whenever I ask you to of new stuff that you got. So I really appreciate him. He he helps build my collection on things that I enjoy collecting. And two, he helps me put things on my table that are eye catchers and that people want to come over and see. So, speaking of putting things out on my table, this weekend, tonight is the 14th. So, on the 17th, I'll be in Memphis. Actually, city of Bartlett. It's right outside the Memphis city limits. I'll be there. The card show that I do every other month. This one's going to be a little bit different. I am not taking my super valuable stuff. I probably won't have a card over $80 on my table. I'm taking all of the extra stuff. I've been making stacks over here. As you can see, it's just random autographs, helmet stickers, prisms, printing plates, one of ones, numbered to fives, University of Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker, getting used stuff, older stuff. It's just time to clear some space here at the house and get rid of some of the stuff that I just, it's picked up and picked up, and you pick it up over time, and so yeah, it's just time to kind of clear some space. Excited to take about 15 boxes with me and just blow the cards out. I'll have dollar boxes, I'll have two for $1 boxes, and then I'll have one box that's anywhere from $5 up to $80. And that'll be pretty much all that I sell this coming weekend. With that said, this weekend is also Fanatics Fest at the Javits Center in New York. Have two good friends that are going to that. They fly out tomorrow. They'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I believe, flying back Monday. But it's an enormous show. Fanatics is putting on their first big production. I'm excited to see the videos. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to hear back from my friends that are going to kind of see what Panini's vision for the future is. I'm sorry, for Fanatics. Fanatics vision of the future is with Tops and all the things that they're going to be doing. I'm also excited, Fanatics just put out an app and a website for local card stores to get on as direct dealers with them, meaning that they will get an allocation to sell Tops products in their store without having to go through distributors, which is great because, it affects the end collector. Distributors get everything wholesale. They then market at a certain price, sell it to the card shop owners. Card shop owners then have to mark it up again when we buy it because they have to pay rent, utilities, the whole 9 yards. So just cutting out that middleman, I think a great step towards saving collectors like us a lot of money. I would much rather pay 130 than 165 or 170. I want to see card shops make money also, but I don't want it to be at the expense of them having to pay more to a distributor on the secondary market and then having to charge upwards for us to buy things that we want. So I'm hoping that this is a good move by Fanatics, and I can't wait. Like I said, can't wait to hear back for what happens at Fanatics Fest in New York this weekend. So with that, it's pretty much all we've got for this week. Next week, I'll be coming right back at you with things that I bought at the show. Hopefully, Panini doesn't screw anything else up. I will have talked to my buddies that went up to Fanatics Fest, so I'll have a report from there. Hopefully, I'll have some breaking news from that. And that pretty much covers what we're going to go over next week. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartMusic. Be sure to hit like and subscribe so that you can catch myself, Chuck, Bob Nay, The Fish, Marco, and so many others here on Walker Talks Radio. Once again, everyone, this has been Wild Card with Big Dave. Have a great night.